Okay, this is a quick, helpful video for your homework due today. This is specifically for G hour since we didn't get to cover as much of this material as I wanted to today. So for problems 22 through 26, where you are given a graph and you're asked to write the equation for the line, remember what your goal is that your equation is y equals mx plus b. So we need to find an m slope and we need to find a b y-intercept. So first look, and I'm using 23 as an example, you would look at the graph for 23 and you see that the slope is positive. Then you would find the rise over the run, pick 2 points that are on crosshairs, and you'll see the rise is 2 and the run is 1. So that makes our slope a positive 2. Then look for your y-intercept, or your b. That's when x equals 0. And if you look on the graph for number 23, where x equals 0, y equals negative 3. So I can write my equation, y equals 2x plus negative 3. Okay? For 28 and 30, your goal is to write the equation, y equals mx plus b, and what you're given this time is 2 ordered pairs. So I still need the same thing. I need m slope and I need b y-intercept. So find your slope first by taking the difference between the two values. So I did 4 minus negative 1 over negative 2 minus 3. Again, this is example number 29. So I have 5 over negative 5, which reduces to negative 1. So there's my slope. Now, what we did in class, again, all hours but G period, was if we know our slope and we have an ordered pair, x, y, all we need is a b. We need our y-intercept. So find b by plugging in what you know and then finding what you don't. In this case, we know m, y, and x, and we need to find b. So y, 4, it wouldn't matter which ordered pair I picked. I happen to pick the ordered pair 4 comma negative 2. 2 comma negative 2 comma 4. It wouldn't matter which one I picked. So y, 4, equals m, negative 1, times x, negative 2, plus b. Negative 1 times negative 2 is 2. So 4 equals 2 plus b. Subtract 2 from both sides, and b equals 2. So my equation is y equals negative x, or the opposite of x, because my slope was negative 1, plus 2. So that was my b. Okay. Then you're going to follow directions for 32. You're going to graph your y-intercept first. Okay, so you look at the equation. You graph the y-intercept first, then apply your slope to that point. Rise over run. Okay, notice if it's positive or negative and make sure that your line goes that same direction. All right, then 34 and 36, you're going to follow the directions there. They're little story problems. For 38 through 44, in order to identify the slope and the y-intercept, which is what it asks you to do, you're going to need to make the equation that they give you for 38 through 44, you're going to need to make it into the form y equals mx plus b. So basically, you're going to solve for y. You don't care if there are other variables in there or anything else, but you're going to put it into the form y equals some coefficient times x plus b. Okay? And then whatever is the coefficient for your x once y is solved, as in isolated coefficient of 1, it already has an exponent of 1. So you're going to find whatever is your coefficient for x is going to be your slope. It's going to be your m. And whatever constant is at the end is going to be your y-intercept. Please remember that when you identify a y-intercept for me, it should be as an ordered pair, 0, comma, whatever your value for b is. I hope that helps. See you tomorrow.